talking about happy family, and I've embarked on the fact that I want every family that comes along my way to be happy, and your family will be happy. Yes, we'll be talking about something that is very, very, very important, and that is setting boundaries in your family. If you are the couple, husband and wife, that would love to accommodate family to come and stay with you, as a result of love, as a result of you want your family to also grow, as you are doing well, you want them to do well, and at the same time you want to be happy in your marriage, then it is important that you from onset set a boundary that will best help your home, help your wife, help your husband. I will be a kind of giving you a life story that will teach you one or two things that you need to learn. For most times we walk into marriage without preparing for the spiritual aspect of where we need to stand in faith to really help our marriage to be a joyful one, a blissful one, a happy home. Yes, once again I said setting boundaries in your marriage will give you joy. Joy. Yeah. I'll be narrating the story so that you can learn from it. A certain young man met a beautiful lady and proposed to her, and they agreed to marry. And because the young man is a kind of aspiring to go to a greener pasture, he decided to relocate to UK. Let me just put it that way so that you can get, because I said it's a true life story. And this beautiful lady that she proposed to, after is a year or two, is settled down there. And because the family have known them, they've done all the necessary things that they need to do to become husband and wife. I mean, time of paying the dowry and a kind of walk up to registry to tie their knots. So the young lady relocated to go and meet the husband, and they are doing very, very well. Within a little time, they stayed together as couple. The Lord gave them a child. But at a point in time, the young man, because he was doing very, very well and he had the intention of bringing family in, he actually sent to the family, that's the parents, let my sister join me in this same land that I am. So they prepare all documents, and the younger sister relocated to join the family, and they were there. But the moment the younger sister got to their apartment, their home, one way or the other, there's a problem. First, she's an adult, above 18, and she couldn't get a job. Immediately she walked into their home abroad. And one way or the other, the wife was working, the husband was also working. But the little time the wife would be at home, there was grudges, there was quarrel between this the junior sister to the husband and herself. So this thing persisted. Sometimes the husband will have to come from work. By the time he gets back home, he will have to settle this quarrel. And the thing persisted. But on one occasion, the husband has gone to work and it has escalated. So the younger sister to the husband decided to beat the wife up. And it was so serious. One way or the other, by the time the husband came back, he pleaded with the wife, and he kind of get the sister to know that as soon as she's able to lay her hands on a particular work or job, she will be out of their way. I mean, find a way of going to settle down, have her own home. And that's exactly what happened. Once she was able to get a job, she walked out to go and get her own apartment. But in between, the wife called the mother and said, look, my sister, in-law, my husband's junior sister, dealt with me in the home, raised her hand and beat me up, even though the husband has actually pleaded with the wife not to let them know back at home. The wife still reported this particular incident to the mother. So, and the mother was so furious, narrated it to the husband too. The husband wasn't really pleased with that. But the joy of the man is that means the parent back at home, the parent of the wife now, is that the lady has actually got job. Have her own apartment. That means peace will be restored in their home. And of the truth, peace actually restored back in their home. But the pain, the scar, the wound in the heart of that lady that was beaten up was still there. So now this is what really happened. After the story was narrated to the mother back at home, the mother promised the daughter and said, look, don't worry, I will do something. And what did the mother do? The mother went to go and consult an herbalist back at home. This is exactly what they have done to my daughter abroad. And the person that did it was the junior sister to the husband. So I want her to pay dearly for what she has done. And so the herbalist said, okay, this is what we are going to do. Get a live goat, female. Let the live goats be brought to my shrine, and I'm going to do some incantation and make some few things, concoction and the rest of it together, and I will do what I need to do. And the young lady that actually dealt with your daughter will surely get paid back. Yeah, so the mother of that lady got the goats, took it to the herbalist. So by the time they got to the herbalist did all the incantation and dug a place very close to the shrine. After all the old incantation and all the necessary ritual they need to do over the live goats, she goats, the herbalist took a pistol and break the backbone of that goat. And with the woman, they both went and buried that goat alive. Years rolled by, and the young lady that actually dealt with the brother's wife got married, got pregnant, and one way or the other, she was she was taken to the hospital labor room, and they discovered there's complication and she needed to be operated. During the operation, she lost the child. The baby could not survive it due to long period of laboring. But after the operation, they discovered that something went wrong with the backbone of that lady. And by the time they looked into the procedure, they were of opinion that it was a medical procedure that was wrong in one way or the other. So, and normal they have to bring in a kind of investigation into this, and eventually it resulted into taking it to court. Eventually, the hospital was made to be responsible for every damage for that woman. So the woman was placed on allowance, set on the wheelchair, and now they needed somebody that will have to roll the woman around. It was then they sent back home, and a young girl was sent to the woman, so that she is going to be the one that will be rolling the woman around on the wheelchair. So this thing persisted, and the young lady was enjoying the allowance that was coming from the hospital and all the necessary pay she's supposed to be getting from time to time. So she's living well. But of course, the husband have to, in a way, a kind of excuse herself, because now she has a problem with her backbone, which the woman outrightly agreed to, and they put up a divorce. Now, a time came that the young lady who was around the age of 20 that went to go and be a kind of a caregiver to this woman on the wheelchair, the woman now decided that they should come and spend some few days in their own country, Africa anyway. I don't want to start mentioning country, but then in Africa. So they flew back home. And while they flew back home, the woman also went to go and consult some churches. I don't want to mention, but these are more or less occultic churches anyway. And by the time she got there, they narrated to the woman, but there are some things she can do that by the time she gets back to UK, they will give her some few things she's going to do, and that backbone issue will be resolved. She's going to get back on her feet, but she has to transfer it to somebody. She has to transfer that backbone problem to somebody, and the woman look at it, whom do I transfer it to? Then it should be my caregiver, the young lady that used to roll me by. But coincidentally, why she has prepared all these things to be carried out when she get back to her station abroad, the young lady took permission because the parents said, oh, you come and spend few nights with us before you return back, so that we even feel you before you went back. But this very night, the young lady got to the parents' home. They had a vigil in their church. I mean Pentecostal church now. I'm not talking about the other church the other woman visited, whereby they are diabolical. So that same night, while they were in the vigil, the revelation came to the young girl that there's a plan. And there's a plan that once you get to your location with your master, the one that you are giving caregiver to, it's going to be transferred to you that you are going to have lumbar bone dislocation. Yeah, there's going to be a problem with your backbone, and you will be converted into wheelchair, while your master will have to be made okay. He's going to get up from that wheelchair. So when the message came, the parents were shocked, and they decided that the young lady will not be traveling with the woman on the wheelchair. Now, it was a serious agony. Where I'm going next is this: the young lady did not travel with her, and she returned back to our station with the hope of getting another caregiver and somebody that can roll her in a wheelchair. But this is where I'm going into. One single mistake of not setting boundary has now expanded, escalating, and destroying life. Now, the mother of the wife's brother consulted an herbalist. She went with the herbalist, break the backbone of a live goat, bury the live goat alive, and caused that woman to have a damage in her backbone. Converted to a wheelchair. Now she wanted to transfer it to another innocent girl. Where am I going next is this? You need a lot of prayer in your marriage. Marriage holds its challenges. Well, we can speak and keep talking on theory. This is practical. I'm talking about what happened live. So, when you are going into your marriage, as you are walking into your marriage, get prepared to pray. Get prepared to be sensitive in your marriage. Nothing happened by accident. Something can come up and it looks strange within your marriage. Please be attentive to it. Pray. Ask questions. Consult people who can help you. Don't go diabolical. Going diabolical will continue to escalate the problem. You won't only solve, you can't solve your problem, neither will you solve the problem of another person. Rather, you will continue to ruin destiny. Please, place boundary. Oh, this is my wife. This is how far you can go. As a matter of fact, that young lady need not to relocate to go and meet the brother if they have not made preparation of where she's going to live and probably get her a job. Don't do things in a hurry. Take your time. Yes, you have only one life to live. And like I said, each day you live, draw you closer to the great beyond. Why don't you live it wisely? Why don't you pray? Why don't you choose the right thing to do at the right time so that you can save a lot of problems? I love you. The Lord will give you joy in your family. The Lord will give you a happy home. The Lord will be with you. The Lord will guide you. Remember, we've taken our text from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4 to 7, which explicitly gave the attribute of love, the definition of love. And here I'm saying, set boundaries. Boundaries that will help you, that will help your family member when they come around you so that you can have a happy home. Love your wife. Wife, love your husband. God bless you. I want to see you rejoicing. I want to see you happy. Please endeavor to get this book. When the chips are down, hold on to the first love. Yes, you are going to be glad that you did. This is a compilation of experiences of 27 years, things you are going to learn in it. It's going to help your marriage greatly. Please, you can just type, when your chip is down, hold on to the first love by Micah-Daniels Gbenga. It's online. It will take you to where you can get a copy, or you directly send a message to me on my WhatsApp. You will get your copy. I love you. I love your family. Stay happy. Stay rejoicing. God bless your home. Thank you. Bye.